Welcome to the Open to Hope Show. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Horsley, with my daughter and co-host,
Dr. Heidi Horsley.
Well, Heidi, we have a wonderful guest on our show today, and people are so inspiring with what they take, for these tragedies and go out and change the world. I mean, it's really an inspiration.
I agree, Mom. I mean, it's amazing how people somehow within can find the energy and the strength to go and change the world. And our guest today, I know, is doing it so that other children won't die like her daughter did. Her name is Dr. Latanya DeBruhl, and we are going to talk about, is your playground safe? Dr. Latanya DeBruhl's 5-year-old daughter was asphyxiated on the monkey bars on a playground at her school. She has gone on to found Safe at Play. She is also an active member of the Compassionate Friends. Welcome to the show, Latanya.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
It's great to have you on today, and what a tragedy having this happen to your daughter. You were telling me that she has two older brothers, and then this happened, a couple of years ago?
Yes, February 1st, 2016. She has an older and a younger brother. She's very active with her gymnastics and just love to, do flips and, cartwheels and everything a little gymnast does.
Well, which just shows that she would have been a child that was comfortable on the monkey bars. This isn't a child that was uncomfortable swinging from the monkey bars, but it sounds like these monkey bars were not like up to code and were dangerous.
Exactly. They were not up to code, and she was not playing on the monkey bars that were designed for her age. Yes, the class was playing on the middle school playground and not the kindergarten playground, which they had 3 separate areas.
How long did you wait before you went back to work?
I waited 3 months. She passed away in February, so I went back in mid-May and just stayed the last couple of weeks of school to get acclimated back to going to work and, not having to deal with, the overwhelming emotions and just to ease myself back in. And then it was only for a couple of weeks and, I had the summer off.
Wow, how hard to be around other children that age, and those reminders. I know people tell us that, don't they, Heidi, that the reminders are difficult?
Yes, and it's hard seeing other kids the age, like when my brother died, he was 17, and it was really hard seeing teenage boys.
Yeah.
And, it was hard when they started graduating through high school and doing these things. It was just, because every time I saw one of his friends or a teenage boy, it reminded me of what I didn't have.
Right. And it's the same way for me. I was in a middle school, so the kids were older, but, I would see girls, middle school age girls that might look like my daughter, and that was hurtful in itself. And then just seeing little girls on a daily basis is difficult. And I've been asked many times to work in an elementary school. I'm like, I just can't.
Understandable. And how long after the devastation of your daughter dying did you decide, okay, I need to found Safe at Play. I need to do something about this so that it doesn't happen again?
Well, she passed away February 1st, and we founded Safe at Play that April 12th, which was her birthday, which would have been her 6th birthday. So it was immediate. It was. I spent the majority of my time off, formulating the organization.
Now, what have you done with Safe with Play? What are you doing?
Well, we do a lot of different things to make the community, educators, students, parents aware of playground safety, the importance of playground safety. Currently, we're working on our 2nd annual poster contest. So it goes out to various districts, regional districts in the state of Georgia, where teachers, get their kids to participate and make drawings of that, display playground safety and the proper usage of equipment. And they submit their entries in, and we hold the art contest and select winners on different age categories.
Oh, great. So you really involve the kids.
I'm sorry?
So you really involve the kids.
Yes, we really involve the kids. And we also have National Playground Safety Awareness Week. That's held always the last April of each year, and that's sponsored by the National Program on Playground Safety. And I send in a proclamation request every year since I lost my daughter to have that week named National Playground Safety Week in the state of Georgia. And we just have a kickoff event and have the community come out, and we share playground safety tips and have, the kids have a good time. We also award the winners of the contest their awards and give them that recognition as well.
Now, your husband does this with you?
Yes, he does.
And then your boys?
And then my boys, yes, they're more involved now that they're getting older. They're more involved. My youngest one was only 4 at the time, but now, he's 7 and he's getting more involved in doing things. We also offer training to adults on playground safety, as well as CPR and first aid to children and adults, so that they know how to respond in a case of emergency. Because unfortunately, it was a child that found my daughter as opposed to an adult. So, but they didn't know what to do.
Right.
So,
Isn't this wonderful, Heidi?
I love it. I love it.
Family and because you really, I don't think sometimes the non-bereaved world realizes that we don't want people to feel sorry for us. We want to feel empowered. We want to find meaning. And you're certainly doing it, isn't she, Heidi?
Absolutely. And you're doing it on so many levels. I mean, not only are you changing, building awareness for what kind of equipment is safe, but you're also helping people like me to know how to help somebody if they can't breathe or if they're on the ground. I mean, how to do CPR and how to help them.
Right.
So I know that you already know this, but you're saving so many lives, and lives that you don't even know about yet. And that you might never even know. You won't even know how far-reaching your impact is.
Right, and we have been made aware of a few playgrounds that have actually torn down their old playground equipment and replaced it with more up-to-date equipment, more safe equipment. So, our organization focuses on the 4 acronyms of SAFE, which is supervision, age-appropriate design of equipment, fall surfacing, and equipment maintenance. That's the acronym for SAFE, which was developed by the National Program for Playground Safety. The support is tremendous.
That's great.
And you're getting supported Compassionate Friends. I know you're an active member there.
Yes, absolutely. Compassionate Friends, we started attending chapter meetings right away. My husband and I needed something from someone who can understand. We have family and friends and coworkers that were supportive, but if you're not walking in those shoes, you really just don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's absolutely fabulous what you're doing, and tell people how they can find your website.
Our website is www.safeatplay.org.
Safeatplay.org. Well, Heidi, it just reminds me a little bit of MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, because she went out and did something right away too about drunk driving. And I love the fact, sometimes people tell us you have to wait, you've got to wait for a year or 2 to start an organization, but just shows that you don't have to, right, Heidi?
Well, I think sometimes the energy is there right away. I mean, you've got the energy, whether it be the rage, the anger, the sadness, whatever it is, go for it. I mean, like you're turning a horrendous tragedy, you're creating something good in your daughter's legacy out of this. And right now, you've got all this energy, you don't know where to put it. So you're putting it into Safe at Play, which I love because it's needed.
My husband and I wanted to start the organization on her birthday and continue her legacy from her birthday. And that's why another reason why we did it so soon, because we wanted to make sure things were up and going on her birthday.
I love it, Latanya. And I know that you're from New York City. You're a real New Yorker, born and raised in the Bronx, went to John Jay, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. And I live here in New York. And as well as me, there are hundreds of playgrounds in New York City, and a lot of them are not up to code. A lot of them are very old, and a lot of them are dangerous.
Absolutely.
We need you here.
We need your voice, and we've got it. And also, I love the fact that you are talking about you and your husband wanting this together, and you've got a family. And I want to say that because there's so many people, I can't tell you, who get in touch with Heidi, and their therapists or people have told them that they're at high risk for divorce. And I just want people to know that there are people who are married. I'm still married, and we're sharing this loss together. So.
Yes, that was one of the first things my husband said, when we started going to therapy, like, this will not tear us apart. It's going to be a tough road, but, we're going to stick together, and we're going to, go through this journey together. We're not giving up on each other.
I love that. So what do you think has helped you, Latanya?
Mostly, the therapy sessions and going to compassionate friends and being around people that understand. I'm able to just let it all out when I'm at Compassionate Friends chapter meetings or at the national conference. There is no holding back, where sometimes when I'm at work or around friends, you can't, you have to maintain some type of composure without someone saying, oh my goodness, you're still, going through it. I'm like, I'll always go through, there's no just getting over it.
Right.
I didn't lose my dog.
Right.
You may get over the intensity of the pain, but you'll never get over your daughter, nor do you want to.
Right.
You are who you are because she was in your life.
Exactly.
And she'll always be in your life, and how to continue connections in a new and different way, even though we want them here.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, if you've got one parting last piece of advice to somebody who's watching this today that's had a loss, what would it be?
My parting advice would be to, if you have small children, nieces, nephews, whatever it may be in your life, to go out and examine their playground. The National Program for Playground Safety have a kids checker. Parents can use it, caregivers can use it, educators can use it. It's also available on our website. Go out and inspect your playground and make sure that it's up to code and it's safe for our children.
Good advice. Very good advice.
Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Latanya, and thanks for all the good work you're doing and all the lives that you're saving.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for watching this show today. And Heidi and I want to remind you that if you've lost hope, please lean on ours until you find your own, and God bless.